pieces on that as well. And I think if anybody read the newspaper, some of it had to do with the Picker House and so forth. But as last council meeting, I did make a comment that we had not received the paperwork from the other party. And just so happened, I think it was the very next day we got that paperwork. So but we're reviewing some of the ins and out of all that to make certain. But if and when that happens, we're ready to push go. If I get my way, which I don't always get my way, what I want, what I get, can sometimes be two different things. But I see some more walking paths. I see some additional parking. I see the old block building that's directly sort of across from C.J. Martin's of the old courthouse. I see that going down with some of the fencing and trees and sidewalks there. So I see a lot of positive things coming from that.
That's a good public venue. The citizens
It is.
will enjoy that.
And
they have already, but I understand the lease is up and the owners don't care to renew the lease, but they would sell it.
It's a little bit of a complex scenario. They have been very gracious over the years to allow us to use the almost goldish looking metal warehouse building.
Yeah.
We have Kelly Cook and crew have a lot of Christmas supplies and stuff in there. And so I can say they've been very good partners with that one. Now, one of the things we're also looking at is right there with the old Westbrook Church. There's an outside door that can go inside to some bathrooms that are right there. So we're looking to make that a little more public. Council just approved us to release, they released about a little more than $60,000 for a little drop-in bathroom to go in behind City Hall, which will actually help some of our downtown folks, but then also the ones who are traveling up and down on our waterways.
That one will flush, won't it?
That one it will. Good. Which actually there's been, that one will be an ADA type bathroom, and that's been some of our challenges, making certain everything meets all the proper codes and everything else. But actually I've not had one person argue with the concept of that new bathroom there, which we already have two bathrooms that are on the outside where there is an outside door on the south end of City Hall. That once this ADA bathroom gets in place, we will promote those so that way we'll really have three bathrooms in that area. And you know, that's sometimes nobody wants to talk about that, but years ago we spent about $50,000 for a toilet trailer. I had a lot of folks saying, you know, why are you spending taxpayer dollars on that one? The only thing we've heard about that trailer since then is, can we borrow it? Can we borrow it? Can we use it? Or where is it? And so we've had so many little things that have come around, and I think Prattville's doing well, but it's so much of that is because of our citizens, our location, our climate, the good Lord, and our employees as well. So, and again, I don't want to keep you guys from food and all that other, but any other questions? Well, if not, please invite me back, and if you want to, give me a list of 1 or 2 or 3 different topics that you'd like to talk about, because I'd like to talk a whole bunch about the finances, but that is sometimes boring to some folks. Again, financially, we're doing very, very well. The Public Works with the, well, one thing I do to mention, we were like this close to getting what we call our LRAP project online, open to the public, ready for the public. Lateral repair assistance program for our lateral sewer lines. We have several areas in Prattville. Some of it is up around Newton Park, but there's some up and down Wetumpka Street and other areas where old sewer line was put in and has holes in it. And every time, maybe I shouldn't say every time, but a lot of times when it rains, rainwater gets in there and it goes on down and it overfills the sewer line and the manhole covers get blown off. And we have, I know at least one family that they're sort of the bottom of the location, and when it rains really hard, they cannot flush their toilet for 2 or 3 days, or take a shower, or do other items like that. And then if my line is leaking, and Mr. Harold's is not, he's still paying for my leak, because all that water is going into the system. It gets down to the treatment plant, and that water has to be treated. And so we're all paying for that. And basically, in a nutshell, this LRAP program, we had to go get a legislative act to release municipal funds to private individuals, but it's where I can go and apply for it, and the money will be pulled out, and we already have the money in account. And the money will be pulled out of it to pay a plumber to fix his lateral line, and then we've worked it out with the water board, that we can add on to that person's water bill, $10, $20, $50, $100 a month, whatever is feasible for us all at an interest-free loan, basically. And then that way it solves our big problem there, and so it's just some of the things, some of the nuts and bolts that are under the ground that hopefully none of us will have to talk about in the near future. So, if nothing else, I want to say thank y'all, and I do appreciate the conversation. I'm not going to be able to stay and eat with y'all because I'm supposed to go out to the ballpark as well, and I am glad I made it here on time. My daughter had me out in the garden before I got here. So, but again, well, thank y'all. If you ever need us, please call us. And whether it's me or the department head, we're always available to come out and talk to you guys. Thank you. Yes, we've we got a list, and some are wrong, some are right, but I was just curious because I live. Okay, I was just asking about upcoming paving. That's some of the good news, bad news. Because when we start paving streets, people ask about them, and then all of a sudden we start paving them. Some, oh, well, you know, you're interrupting our lifestyle now. But that's why I say good news, bad news. We will be posting a list very soon. We have certain pockets of money that we draw from every year that go into our paving. But the last 4 or 5 years, the council and I have been able to find additional monies and usually have added more to that pot. One thing is the cost of asphalt has gone up, but then we're trying to keep up with, we have a master plan on how much to add every year to keep up with the natural deterioration of asphalt. And so anticipating this year, we've only gathered up about $900,000, but we're already talking with council to attempt to add another $1 million to that. So it's so paving. Good news, bad news. Paving is coming, and so I apologize. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say how much we appreciate how beautiful our downtown is, and kudos to your urban management.
Well, I'll certainly pass that along because I'm not a master gardener at all.
We brought our kids in from out of state, and they hadn't been home in a long time, and they were flabbergasted at how beautiful downtown was.
Well, I will.
They grew up here.
I will pass that along, and I'll repeat myself a little bit about, I'll bring back up about the little mayor's conference we had in Clanton. Downtown Prattville was mentioned is the destination that a lot of communities are talking about for the flowers, for Christmas, for the pumpkin parade. And it's not really a pumpkin parade, but that's the title of it, Parade of Pumpkins. But we have been recognized by several communities as look our way and see what we've got going on. But thank you, I'll pass that along. Well, again, thank y'all. Y'all need to call me. Thank you. Bye. See y'all later.